Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we are racing the Porsche Cup at Laguna Seca, something that I've been strongly looking forward to simply because I was so tired of wrecking on Long Beach. It was unbelievable. But Laguna Seca is one of my favorite tracks on the game. We're going to try and get into some races here, and we're going to see how we can do. I hope you hit that subscribe button because I also race live. So if you ever want to catch me live streaming, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can catch that as well. And let's get right into the video. All right, here we go. Something I feel like a lot of people mess up in this car, just hold the brake down and press the gas. You launch so much better than everyone else. Every time I race this car, I almost always pass 2 to 3 people sometimes. Braking super early here. We're not going anywhere, so I'm just gonna have no reason to force it. Plus, I'm not really on pace with these guys. It's a wreck ahead of us. Still not really going to push it here. Almost went really deep into that turn. Didn't realize how far we were into that turn. That was my bad for that guy. Really nice job right there, just being patient. I know that I can't catch the top guys. They just have faster lap times than I do. Just really don't have a crazy amount of pace. I don't feel like we're absolutely flying right now. But they are also staying a little bit away from me now. These guys may all just be a little bit faster than I am. Missed my shift into first there. Don't typically go all the way down to first here, but here's another one. Turning left and right. If you know, you know. Oh! I mean,
we got damage on the front end. Still there. You've got damage on the left side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
I really don't know what I'm supposed to do right there.
Left side.
I'll let him have the inside.
Flat for you. Keep to the right. Still there. Clear.
A little bit deeper than we wanted, but kind of a cool decal, U.S. Air Force decal. There's nothing worse than having somebody pass you and then them just absolutely start crapping the bed and slowing you down on speed.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 24.7.
I don't really know how that guy just turned right there, but
Keep to the right.
this could be a good race. Who we're pretty much battling with earlier, I believe.
Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
I forgot to hit the brakes though.
Clear.
Just kidding, we kept it on the track. We're back in it, baby. And the brakes a little early because I am coming in high. I think I scared him. He went deep also.
181. White flag. White flag.
Missed my first gear there. That was kind of unfortunate. We would have had a little more rotation. White flag, 0.7 seconds. See if we can make something happen here. Oh no! No, we were pushing too hard. They just let us know that there is also potentially rain expected in this race. That is something that I am not good at. I have hardly any rain practice at all in this game. So we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully we don't see the rain until at least 10 laps in, so maybe we can bridge some kind of gap. But let's see if we can fight for our pole position and just hold it. Here we go. Really need a good first turn here.
Green, green, green.
Got a good, decent launch. Maybe not a decent launch. These guys are catching up to us, but gotta get on the brakes a little early here. Do not want to lock up in this first turn.
There's an incident behind.
Gonna go smooth as butter here. I really hope this rain holds off for a minute, but that looks like rain at the end of that mountain. And that is not a great sign for me, because I'm pretty confident in my pace on a dry track. Not on A wet one. Got our gap all the way up to a second. We need to be as far ahead as possible is the goal. I've been a little hot to that turn. Kind of struggle to find a braking point in that turn, it seems like, almost every time I go through it. A little deep here. Shouldn't have shifted into second, even though I did. It's okay. Down into first, make the turn. Let's go. Had a pretty good first lap there. Gave up a few tenths in that last part of the section. That's where I really start to struggle on this track, but we're gonna lock in. Going a little deep again. Not great. Lost a lot of our time that we made up there. Sometimes I feel like you can get on the brakes really hard in this car, and sometimes you can't. Did a little bit of the hot dog there. That's never really a great sign. Maybe could have went down into second there. Went a little bit wide. I believe we're going to get hit by rain soon. Can't say I've ever really had a race where it's rained mid-race, so this could get very interesting. Really good corkscrew right there from me. Still can't figure out how to take that turn. It just feels so awkward. I feel like I'm over-slowing each time. Man, that rain is not looking good. It's looking like it's getting closer and closer. I do not want this to turn into a rain race the whole time. I need a big gap here. Almost a little bit of a lockup there. Actually did start to lock up. Probably lost a little bit of time there if I had to guess. Kind of missed my turning point there. Got a little just off my line. It's kind of hard to get this car back on line sometimes. Need to start avoiding that hot dog. Just drilling it every time you come through is not the best thing to do here, but extending our lead just a little bit though. One of the hardest turns on Laguna Seca is that turn. Just lost so much time. Lost 3 or 4 tenths in that corner from the guy behind us. I don't know what all. Okay, we had somebody go off the track in front of us. I was like, is this a dust storm coming in? I thought we were about to get rain. Honestly, racing really well right now. But this could get very interesting. Really good exit there. Honestly, really good trail braking on my part. Usually struggle a little bit with trail braking. Didn't hit the hot dog that time, but man, I'm missing my line so bad in that turn right now. I feel like I'm just slowing down way too much. Hopefully this guy in front of us doesn't actually hold us up at all. That is not what I want to be dealing with, is lapped drivers. And I had to bail out right there. Take a bad line again through that turn. Guy in front of us. He had enough. He was getting out of this race. Kind of struggled on the second portion of that lap. Lost a lot of time there either. Kind of choking the end of this lap again. Alexander made up some time there.
New fast flat for you.
Coming in a little hot into this turn. Typically like to stay in second there that entire turn, but sometimes when you need more rotation, it's honestly better to go down to first and get that rotation. I got scared. Kind of bailed off of my throttle a little bit. I definitely could have been on the gas a little bit quicker there. Same thing in that turn. Hesitating just a touch. I'm not really pushing the car crazy hard through these sections, but it's working. I know I keep on mentioning it, but I'm a little bit scared of this rain if it does come in. Because one, I'm not really used to the pitting in this game. It's not as straightforward as some of the arcade games, I would say, where you can just pick it from a menu. So hopefully just making the proper changes. We're actually going to try and do that now. But we don't want to add any fuel. We're just going to try and basically change tires and just have that prepared on the menu just in case we do have to pit down the road. Catching a bit of the hot dog. You want to brake at the 2 board here and then start to turn in at that white line, but not like I just did because I just pushed a 1X. Actually a pretty good exit there. Here's our dryer tire menu. We shouldn't have to change tires unless it is for wet tires. So we're going to try and basically just switch this over to wet and then just go. Gotta do this with a mouse. There we go. Should be switching over to wet if we do have to pit, just so we don't make that mistake. Because if you know anything about iRacing, you have to make a mistake first and then you learn from it. I've already made that mistake before by starting a rain race with dry tires, so I missed my apex. We gotta lock back in here. Kind of been thinking about the tire problem and not necessarily racing as much. Probably lost a little bit of time to the guy in second if I had to guess. Nope, we're about at the same distance apart. Hold that trail brake all the way until you basically can see that left curve right there.
The car in P4, just at the fastest lap, 25.291.
Kind of babying the car a little bit sometimes in that corner. Just don't have the full confidence today. It's just sometimes I feel like when you're driving this car, you can really feel it and push the car 100%, and sometimes it's just not feeling the best. We're kind of in that middle zone right now where it feels okay, but not 100%. Looks like somebody, or looks like Alexander may have slowed down a little bit, but he gained all that time back in that corner because I'm struggling a little bit. Maybe need to watch the replay and learn from him. Light trail braking, just gonna try and let it go. Still don't really, just doesn't feel fast through there. Whatever Alexander's strategy is in that fast left though, he is crushing me in that section of the track. Holy moly, he just made up a full second in the last half of that track. I recognize that name. It's funny when you race iRacing enough, you start to recognize people who you race against. It's also fun to see people who you used to race against and you're actually faster than them now. 10 laps in, no rain yet, and let's hope we don't get any rain. Shift into first to get a little more rotation. Shift early there, just trying to get on power as smooth as possible. Looks like we may have had a wreck behind us. I didn't even realize that. Second place went all the way back to 9 seconds. Anybody knows anything about Laguna Seca, That lead can go away in a hurry with one little incident. This race is far from done. We have the potential for rain and hitting a hot dog at any point in this race to basically just wipe us out. So gotta stay locked in here. It's getting darker over here on this side of the track. I don't love to see this. Uh-oh. Light rain. I don't even know what that means. Just kidding. I know what that means, but I don't know what that means for the race. And how soon are we talking about? Are we talking this lap or are we talking in a few laps? Because I really don't know how I should keep up with that. I really wish I could get my race laps to work so I could see what other lap times people are turning if this rain hits. I don't want to pit too early for rain tires, but I also don't know. Don't want to be stuck out here on slicks when it is raining. Thanks, Daniel. It's always nice when people are laughing, they just get over for you immediately. Oh, pushing the car a little bit further outside than I wanted to. We had about a 2% chance of rain when this started, and that's what it told me. That 2% I guess is going to hit us here in a second. It's hard to say that the track is feeling more slippery, but I almost feel like it is. I'm starting to slide a little bit more, and I don't know if that's just my tires going, or if it is actually getting slippery. We don't have any rain on the windshield quite yet, so if we could just hold off just a little bit longer for us. Just gotta stay locked in. 5 laps to go. Shift all the way down into first there, going just a little bit deep. That's something that I feel like I'm making a mistake in, is instead of using the brakes a little bit more to turn and get that, hitting a hot dog there is not great. But instead of using the brakes to turn just a little bit more, I'm overcorrecting with my wheel and kind of forcing understeer for that reason. I feel like that's where I actually lack a lot of my time, but if you have watched a lot of iRacing, or if you are good at iRacing, feel free to critique my driving skills in the comments. That'd be awesome. I'd love to drive a little faster. Something that I noticed is each track I am right at about 2 seconds off of the guys who are just turning the unbelievable lap times. And yeah, I don't really know what to change, if that makes sense. It is getting so dark. No, don't rain. Come on. I don't want to be sliding all over the place and choke this away. Could have stayed on the brakes just a little bit more. I kind of lost rotation because I didn't. Oh no, don't be telling me that. I don't want rain tires. I don't want to deal with it. Man, I really don't want to have to pit this late in the race. Getting on the brakes a little early here, kind of just protecting the lead. Should have went down in the first, but that's okay. Golly, really extended her lead in the last couple of seconds. Some trouble going back there towards the guys who are in second and third. Going into second there. Once again, the track, I don't know if it's my track or the track or the tires, or a little bit of both. I'm assuming the track is cooling off right now. Trying to stay smooth, but also trying to stay fast because I want to get in before this rain kicks here. Oh, there's a 1X. That's not what we want to see. No more 1Xs. We need that safety rating. This is what you're not supposed to do if you're a lap driver. Am I playing, or am I racing defensively? Absolutely. Is that a dust tornado? There's a dust tornado on the side of the road. And I'm having gravel just shot up in my face by a lap driver. That's always lovely. And he's locking up and causing me to slow down. Yay!
I need one more good lap.
I love being the leader, having to race with somebody that's completely lapped.
Clear on the right.
It was really slippery in that turn. I don't know if that was gravel or what, but gonna brake early here. Like you just said my name. Getting a little bit defensive here. And something you gotta notice, especially when you're leading a race, is if you start driving a little bit differently, you will tend to make mistakes. As here I am breaking a whole a whole board earlier as I'm saying that. I want to get the 1X, go a little bit around it. Just want to finish out this race. The rain has held up for us. Control brake through the turn. We are victorious at Laguna Seca. Let's go. We've won at Magello, Laguna Seca, and I believe we won also. But what a race. Just held on to the pole the entire time.
Bother to show up.
And we honestly just dominated that race. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And be sure to subscribe because I will also be live streaming as well. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.